So in the Sierra Student Coalition, we do this activity called Angry Stick Happy Rock. And in this activity, we're usually all like sitting in a circle, and we go around, we pass this stick around, and we say what makes us angry or why we're angry, just about whatever. Use your own discretion as to what you admit and don't admit. And then we pass around a rock. And then we say what makes us happy. If done correctly, this activity will result in more laughter than tears or pain. So I'm just going to use Angry Stick Happy Rock as my way of explaining what exactly frustrated me about my experience at US PowerShift, and later why I continue to do the work that I do in this movement. So here goes, I guess. I'm angry that while I identify as a woman and a person of color, specifically from the Philippines, I'm angry that I fit into this model minority idea, and with that, I've just jumped through a lot of hoops basically in trying to fit in with the power group, the privileged group, white, middle class, whatever. I'm angry that I tried so hard to be a part of that. I honestly just wanted to be at the top of the top. And I thought that was the whole point, to be honest, is to grow leaders and push them up through this movement so that we can be the best that we can be. So I'm angry that wasn't the case. I'm angry that I have to explain privilege every time and people don't understand how much that hurts for me. Because in doing that, I have to tell you that yes, I'm oppressed because of all these different reasons. I feel oppression, and it's putting me out to be a victim when I'm clearly not, as I'm telling you what's up. But yet this has to happen all the time. And I'm so angry that the people who I thought already knew this shit, not only did they not know, but they were so completely ignorant and continue to be ignorant even after being called out. They just continued to, I guess, discourage any dissenting voices. There certainly wasn't any room or any acknowledgement that those things happened. And the acknowledgement that did come out was so inaccessible in language. I understand that for legal reasons you can't say certain shit, but there's a way to say it simply and honestly. And I don't understand why that letter was written that way. So that's fine. No, it's not. I'm angry that I can't break out of my love voice because I've been in it for so long. I mean, here in the States, the love voice is encouraged or almost enforced. Otherwise, you're seen as threatening, or you're just completely out of your mind, you have no basis for your anger. Of course, we don't have any racism in a time when we have a black president. I'm angry that I still don't see anybody who looks like me, in the media, in pop culture, as representatives. Here in Los Angeles, at least I do see that in local politicians, but by and large, when am I ever going to see a Filipino in the media? Sometimes on Glee, 2 episodes, but I'm so angry that it's 2013 and I don't have any Asian women who I can look up to as idols. I guess Julie Chen and Lisa Ling, but it's there certainly aren't any Filipinas. And if they are, they're like some sex pot, like young, like temptress, or they're like a housekeeper, like Obama's chef and shit. Like, and I'm angry that no one seems to understand that, like, yeah, people of color, like, in this movement, but not all of us are being treated, like, equally, or, like, we're not valued as much, and, like, we certainly seem to fill only certain roles, and that's so fucked up, because I and I know others, like, we, like, went through and, like, had to sacrifice so much to get to that fucking conference, and we still rocked it out. And so to hear that our concerns, like, are not a concern to the people at the top, like, when those people are leading all this shit, that's fucked up. And, like, I just can't stand by and watch that happen. Like, I will speak my fucking truth. I mean, like, that's what this whole movement is about. And, like, if you don't get that, and if you're going to compromise it for any certain reason, then get the fuck out of here. Like, people are literally dying, and, like, people don't understand how much work we have to do. Like, not even just within the next 2 years. Like, where is this technology that we needed, like, 20 years ago to save, like, people who are dying today? Like, what the fuck? So, I'm angry that, like, to the rest of the world, we look like fucking kids. The truth is that we happen to know, like, exactly what's going on, and we can see, like, what it's going to be like in the future, and it's not, like, it's not any world that, like, a child should have to come into. That's so fucked up. I'm angry that people in power seem to, like, easily forget, or, like, just don't really remember, like, why they started doing this in the first place. And I'm angry that, like, civil society at large gives so much power just, like, willingly over to them, because they think that they can't handle it, like, that they could never fill that role, that they couldn't be that person. I'm angry that I can't identify, like, as a person of faith, because religions, especially mine, like Catholicism, like Christianity at large, like, so many lives have been lost over that, so many lives have been ruined, like, families broken apart. I'm angry that I honestly, like, don't want to go back to that place where I thought that everything was lovey-dovey, because I do wish that it could be. I wish that it could just, like, be this perfect image again in my mind, because I need something to believe in. I'm angry that the one thing I fucking believed in the most, like, spat in my face. I'm angry that I don't know what to believe in anymore. I'm angry that a country I will never know, like, is under siege by something that I can't stop. Like, I'm so angry that I'll never get to experience the fucking, like, Christmas in the Philippines, because that, like, is, like, a true celebration of culture and faith and life and, like, fucking beauty. And it will never be that again. Like, like, I'm so angry. People don't understand. Like, there won't be a Philippines in, like, 10 years. There won't be, like, anything that's, like, fucking beautiful. Like, I'm angry people don't understand. Like, we can't rebuild this shit. Like, if there is a God, like, all that is what he created. Or, like, the creator. Like, that wasn't us, and it will take, like, generations for it to ever be like what it even is now. I'm angry that this whole thing about the climate and the planet, like, yeah, it is about all of that, but for me, it's about, like, who I am. Like, I'm connected by my birth and, like, by the way I look and, like, my family. Like, I'm connected to another country. And I can't, like, just forget that because I live somewhere else. Like, a part of me will always be the Philippines. And I can't, like, see that just die. Like, I can't see that, like, I can't see it just, like, disappear. Okay, like, even entire fucking planets, like, haven't disappeared. Like, Pluto is still there. We don't call it a planet, but it's still fucking there. Like, but the Philippines, like, will cease to exist. And so will, like, so many other places in the world. Like, New York, okay? Like, clearly New York is not, it's not bulletproof. It's not fucking, like, hurricane proof. These places define us. Like, we are defined by the earth. And, like, look what we're doing to it. That's essentially what we're doing to ourselves. We're killing ourselves. Like, and some of us don't want to die. So, get the fuck over it. Like, I'm just so angry that I have so much anger. And I don't have a place to, like, let it out. I'm just angry that emotions are considered weakness and we're supposed to hide them. You know, like, we're not human. I'm really angry that my nose is, like, fucking plugged up right now. It's embarrassing. Like, I'm not angry about the ugly crying, but God, I look disgusting, so whatever, I guess. You know, all these problems that I see, like, from PowerShift and, like, whatever, I see that everywhere. I see that in my regional, like, local communities, like, in my local or regional organizing groups. I see that on an international scale, like, what's happening right now with the UN climate negotiations, like, I see all the same patterns of oppression and privilege, like, playing out and repeating themselves. And I'm angry that I really haven't been able to, or that I was scared to say anything until now. I'm angry that I know what to do, and I know that I should, like, be brave and do these things, and I'm angry that I don't, and I'm angry that I talk myself out of it, and I'm angry that I just, like, run from problems and do all this shit. Like, I'm angry that I don't, like, own up to my own responsibilities and, like, my own, like, issues regarding privilege and oppression. I am, like, part of all these, like, historically oppressed, like, groups. And yet, like, every other part of my life, I just assimilate into, like, dominant culture. I'm angry that I, too, have difficulties walking the talk, as it seems. So that fucking sucks. And I'm angry that I know exactly what I want to do. And I know that, like, my visions for 2015 beyond, I think it could really happen. And I'm angry that I'm, like, so scared to even take, like, minimal steps to getting it done, because it's such a beautiful vision that, you know, it's on my shoulders if it never sees the light of day. I'm angry that all this kind of happened in general. Like, I'm like, glad that it happened, but I'm angry that, you know, I may have lost some friends, like, in, I guess, like, speaking my truth, but, like, clearly I have to do it because otherwise I'm going to go crazy and it looks really bad on social media. So I'll just put it all in the video and I guess hope for the best.